And welcome to Module 5 of our class. Again, this is Energies in Society. You should see my screen here, so let's go ahead and get started as to what is due for this week. So this week, we are going to now talk about renewable energies and the importance of the grid. We mentioned this before, in terms of the renewable energy, but it's really important to look at our grid, our infrastructure, to see how we can support renewable energy implementation. So for our reading and resources this week, take a look at chapters 10 and 11, specifically looking at hydropower, tidal and wave power in section 7 as well. Chapter 10 is going to touch base on biofuels and some of the environmental benefits and impacts of those. And then chapter 11 is going to look at geothermal. So I think a few of you had mentioned potentially living in the Pacific Ring of Fire, like in Washington kind of state area. So this may be of interest to you, as geothermal energy is pretty prominent in that neck of the woods. And then here is a reading looking at Kenya and how Kenya is harnessing the immense heat from the earth. So this may this article pay attention to, because this will help in the discussion for this week. So your discussion is you're going to be looking at renewable energy technologies in developing countries. So the Kenya one is one. There's also a bunch of articles looking at places, I think like in Pakistan and areas like that. So in your initial post, you're going to present your findings and impressions. These efforts seem worthwhile to you in terms of implementing renewable energy, the cost-benefit analysis. Do you think introducing these technologies in developing countries can make a difference? And do you think these technologies can spread beyond the immediate area? So that's going to be in your initial post after you read the article about Kenya and how Kenya uses solar energy. And then in your response post, you're just going to comment on the projects that are presented. So identify any new information that you learned from the post, compare it to your own post, your own information, and any thoughts, places, communities that this could be really implemented, costs and benefits as well too. And then your project for this week, or your assignment this week, you're going to go to milestone 2, looking at the U.S. energy mix. So here is the link. So you did milestone 1, where you took a look at history, current, and future. Here you're going to look at the mix. So this is what you're going to let me highlight it here. This is what you are going to address in your assignment here. So describe what you think the 2050 U.S. energy mix should be. These percentages should add up to 100%. Also justify why this mix is desirable and then feasible in relation to future attributes mentioned in the prompt, and also support your justification, and then formulate the pathway. So how is the U.S. going to get to your suggested mix? So very similar to what you did in module 1, or I'm sorry, milestone 1. And then here is the rubric that will be used to be grading your assignment. So of course you always want to meet that 100% expectation. So this is what I'm going to be looking for to meet that. And that's it. So again, your initial post, looking at the article on Kenya and your initial findings and impression, that initial post is due this Thursday. Your 2 follow-up responses due on Sunday. And then your milestone 2 assignment is also due on Sunday. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to some really great discussions this week.